I came into this lab not having experience in actually the hands-on working through what I've been learning at school and thinking about what I want to do with my future career.
I learned about aquaculture in Wisconsin when I started this internship. I didn't really know much about how that was happening in the state, so it was cool to work on the fish farm and also tour other places to see what was going on.
I didn't know fish farming was a thing before this internship, so it was incredible to learn about that as an industry. And then also we learned a lot about agricultural business, and because it's one thing to grow the fish, but it's a whole completely different thing to be able to sell them and make a profit, which is what fish farming is all about.
My knowledge entering the field was nothing really, which is not exactly true. In like middle school, I learned what aquaponics was. I went to like an environmental middle school, so I had a concept of it, but I didn't know about like commercial fish farming.
Learning about and changing my perspective on aquaculture and fish farming, I didn't know really anything coming into this. And then being able to learn so much about this and like that fish farms exist and all these people kind of shifted my view and perspective on all of this.
Through the windmill and the solar panels and the aquaponics system in general, I now have a much deeper understanding of sustainable practices and energy. And then some other soft skills that we learned is I didn't know how to use power tools before this internship, which became a daily skill. We were always building, so that was huge for me as a young adult to learn about.
I learned a lot of problem solving skills through engineering. We have to engineer a lot of different systems and kind of solutions.
I learned a lot this summer, especially about aquatic ecosystems. I learned a lot about fish health and water quality management and why it's so important for the ecosystem and the organisms that live there. And then also nutrient cycles, like working with the aquaponics system, so you can see how it impacts the fish health and the plant health.
I learned a lot about RAS systems, the economics behind it, and then the partnerships of people in this industry.
Throughout our internship, we went on a lot of trips. So I just kind of wanted to show those off because it was really cool to see other fish farms and other kind of aquaculture environments.
What I've learned so far is a lot about the fish care, laboratory, and scientific practices and academic collaboration that is involved in working in a laboratory aquaculture setting.
I got the opportunity to attend the Wisconsin Association of Agricultural Educators Conference in Oshkosh, which really improved my networking skills, and I had an awesome opportunity to talk to educators and answer their questions about the different aquaculture systems that they had in this facility. I also was able to assist in organizing outreach events with local businesses, planting fish fries, or other businesses that are interested in buying our fish.
Outreach was definitely one of the most fulfilling parts of this internship, with like school groups coming in to see the facility.
And just seeing the community and the social aspect is so important. It's not just eating fish or growing it. It's people that are involved with this and talking with them, and then communicating it with others via map is just so important. And so that helps us bridge between the science of everything to the public who doesn't necessarily understand the science. And this draws people into our organization.
I've long since wanted to someday have my own greenhouse with an aquaponics system, which I think is a cool kind of internship.
If I wanted to, I could start my own aquaponics system. I think I could do that from the scratch because that's basically what we did the entire summer. So I think that's really cool to be able to engineer that.
The stuff I've learned in this experience will help me a lot because I'll be working so closely with aquatic ecosystems. So a deeper understanding of those systems will be really helpful.
I think this internship, I was so beyond lucky. My personal goals for this summer was to learn more about water quality, water biology, and then fish in general. So there's a lot of overlap between my personal goals and the internship goals, which was perfect, and I'm so grateful for that.
I've enjoyed working in the lab environment, and I might look into something similar because of this experience. It's been very rewarding.
Combined with everything I learned, this helped to make it a very rewarding experience.
Working here at UWM has been a really good experience for developing ideas about my future and kind of narrowing in on what I want to do.